It's the 28th of August, and my friend's brought his HHR over. I've got it sitting in my driveway. When he brought it over, he left it down here kind of on the hill, and I had to pull it up, and I've got it to this point, and I washed it off. It's kind of dusty. And then we're going to swing it around and bring it right into the shop right there. So that's our goal for the rest of the project today. Well, here we are in the shop. Got it in. This is the Chevy HHR. Kind of a closed-in shop. It's kind of tight. The thing has a very short wheelbase. It's going to be hard to get it up on my rack, but I think I can do it. And down there. See if I can lift this up under the hood. It may be too dark right now to see anything. We've already got the motor mounted in there and the to the transmission, and I just got to take it from here. It's really dark. All right. What we have here is all the components for the Chevy HHR project, and I have received from KTA Services. I'm going to go over them briefly. These are the main components for the braking, vacuum braking system. Let's see, we just have the owner's manual for the gas pump and a wiring diagram. There's the actual pump itself. I forgot what that part is. Oh, that's just a mounting bracket. And a couple of zip ties to hold the vacuum container down. That's a square D vacuum switch in that box. I just haven't taken it out yet. Probably little odds and ends that you need to connect it together. There's actually a little vacuum gauge in that. They give you some Teflon tape, which is nice. And the vacuum hose. There's the chamber itself. You can see on that end it's got the two little spikes to attach your hose to. And there's the owner's manual for the advanced DC motor. And it's just some more literature for the motor. That's actually about the Zyvan NG1, I believe, DC to DC converter. Here, got my two DC breakers. They'll be run in parallel, so I'll have be able to break 500 volts if I need to. And let's see, these are just some battery end caps. Not sure that we'll use a whole lot of those, but I got them just in case. Got some isolators here. They'll be used for my fuse that'll be in line with the battery pack. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see. Here I've got, this is the amp meter. They're going in. And then I've got a voltmeter over here. And I've got a key switch interlock relay, and one of them's I believe for 12 volt, and the other one's 120 volts. I'm sorry, one of them is they both will switch 12 volts, but one of them is 240 and the other is 120, so I can charge at either voltage. And my offset insulators that will go with the cutoff breakers. Over here I've got a pot box PV6, and it came with a wire cutter and a wire stripper. And I've got a shunt for my amp meter, and then I've got a contactor there. That's a motor mount. I'm not sure we're going to use that in this application. I don't think we'll need it. Got some terminal ends, which I'll need some of those. I don't know that I'll need that many, but we'll see. And this is some literature that goes with the Zyvan NG1 DC to DC converter. And here's the DC to DC converter itself. Let's see if I can zoom in so you can read that. So 14 volts at 80 amps. And it will handle between 100 and 200 volts DC input. And that should do us pretty nicely. And lastly, I've got 60 feet of 2-aught cable And that's what came in the kit from KTA Services. Alright, this is the Zilla controller components that we have so far. Got the hairball right here, and this is the one with the A option, so I cannot use a HHR pedal on it. I've got to use a pot box, so I can't use the pedal that's in the car to begin with. We've got the little dongles that attach it to the actual controller itself. It comes with a snubber diode, that's a connector piece, and there's another connector piece to hook it to the Palm Pilot, and that's a reset piece right there, I believe, if I read that correctly. Here's the main controller unit. This is the back side of it, where the connector actually goes in here, and then you've got your water inlet and outlet. And there's the thing, get it to focus. There's the serial number on it. And I'll turn it around so you can see the other business end of it. On the top is M minus, and then we've got B minus on this side. That's M plus on that side, and B minus on the bottom. And that is the Zilla controller, everything that came in the box. Alright, this is my mock-up of what the accelerator pedal will look like. This is the accelerator pedal that I've scavenged out of an old pickup truck that I've got. It's a 1990 Chevrolet 1500, and I got the pedal out of it, got the linkage, and I've just put a little offset there. I've got my pot box sitting back here, and I've got it set up so that the pedal will give me a full throw on the pot box. It comes all the way back to the dead stop, and when I depress it, it will force the accelerator all the way. I've just got it rigged up just so I could see how things would work before I actually install it in the car. I'll make brackets out of metal. But when you depress the accelerator, I don't know if you see this, but I've got about 2.5 inches of travel down, and up here I've got about 4 inches of travel. So those are the measurements that I really need to get right. And you can see this is at full rest right there, and then 100% throttle is right there. It's hitting the stop. So I've got it adjusted the way I want it. What I'll do is I'll actually have this thing sitting inside of a box, something like this, and then I'll have to make a little mechanism on the outside to actually fit the end of that piece so it will hold it secure. Here's what we've done so far. I've been able to label all of the wires so I know where everything is coming from now. And I have the hydraulics back into the transmission here. And what I'll have to do is drill a hole in the firewall for my cable. And I'll try to make this so that you can actually see it. Let's see. These bolts right here, here and here, and way down here, ones actually hold the current throttle in place. And I will have to drill a hole somewhere up here in the firewall. This is all a gas line that's going to come out, and this is a gas vapor return line that'll come out. So none of that'll be in the way. And I'm going to work on that next.